games for two MVP candidates in the association last night. The Spurs recorded their 9th straight win behind another dominant performance from Victor Wembanyama. Wemby finished with 41 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a 129-114 win over the Chicago Bulls. Meanwhile, SGA dropped 47 points of his own in the Thunder's overtime win in Detroit, OKC's league-leading 60th win of the season. After the game, SGA was asked if he wanted to weigh in on the MVP conversation.
Nah, I'm good. Thanks for asking, though. But yeah, I'm good. I'll let my game do the talking.
So a little bit of a different approach than Victor Wembanyama. He said he's just going to let his game do the talking. Remember, Wemby kind of listed off the reasons why he deserves the MVP. But who right now has the better case for most valuable player? Is it SGA or is it Wemby? Perk, what do you think?
Stephen A., you checked your email? Did you check your email? I think you probably got the same email
what?
I just got from Mark Broussard from the NBA about whether or not you want to participate in voting. Well, I just replied yes.
I actually got it last week, and I said yes. Yes, I am participating.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse the hell out of me. I just got it. I just got it this morning, and so while I was actually on First Take, and so let me say this. I replied yes, and I'm voting. And there's 3 votes that are already penciled in, or should I say penned in, marked in, Sharpie style for me. Coach of the Year, that is going to Miss Johnson for me, for the San Antonio Spurs. Defensive Player of the Year is going to Victor Wembanyama, okay? And here we are, the MVP is going to SGA. For me, SGA is getting my vote for MVP. 60-win season, 31 points, and doing that coming fresh off a long-ass run to win the NBA championship. I don't understand. I don't know if people understand how hard that is to do. And he's also, again, joining the company of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 4 consecutive seasons of averaging 30 while shooting over 50% from the field. And he's been doing this without majority of the season, without his second option, his Robin and J-Dub. And here it is again, best record in the league. And that performance last night against the Pistons and him closing out that game, it just locked it down for me. That game was, that was on a back-to-back, by the way. They just played Sunday, and then all of a sudden they played last night, and he was available. And he went against that defense, and I know they was missing a lot of starters, but they still bring a certain type of physicality and tenacity, and for him to close it out and get it done the way that he did, I'm locking in SGA on my vote for MVP. And I'm not mad at others if they go elsewhere, but in my eyes, SGA is the clear-cut MVP.
Well, here's the problem that America should have with you, Big Perk, okay? Number one, you don't watch soap operas enough. You really, really need to. You understand what I'm saying? Because then you'll learn the importance of drama, okay? You don't sit up there and give your vote that early. You wait. You let it marinate. You let the world wait and make sure they're transfixed on figuring out what's Perk gonna do, what's Perk gonna do. Well, guess what? We already know. So guess what? So now it's like, because we already know, we have to leave it to me to provide the suspense. I'm not telling anything. You understand? When it comes to something like that. My MVP, I don't know yet. You understand what I'm saying? My coach of the year, I don't know yet. I'm going to wait. Now, when it comes to defensive player of the year, now that's different. We're not going to lie to the American public and act like there's anybody who's even close to Victor Wembanyama. He is the defensive player of the year. There is nothing to think about. There is no suspense or anything like that. But the way he's playing, he's in the MVP conversation. The way Jaylen Brown has played, he's in the MVP conversation. And then we get to Shea Butter. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any idea how special this brother is? As Perk said, 4th consecutive year, Jordan territory, averaging over 30. Shooting 55% from the field, averaging 31.6 points per game, okay? On pace to be the first guard in NBA history to average at least 30 points on 55% shooting from the field. By the way, 54% from the mid-range. 54% from mid-range, okay? 38% from three. Third in NBA net rating. And, oh, by the way, leads the league with 175 clutch points this season. I mean, whatever you need the brother to do, fresh off of an MVP season, fresh off of a championship season, fresh off of an NBA Finals MVP season, this brother just showed up without his Robin, Jalen Williams, and just said, get healthy, bro. I got this. And what he's done, and here's the biggest thing. San Antonio is 25-2 with a 14-game winning streak and still ain't caught OKC. Still ain't catch him. Why? Because of Shea Butter. That's why. So, again, if the vote ended today, he would get it. Shea would get my MVP. But there's about 2 weeks left. And Wemby, the way that he's been playing, and Jaylen Brown, the way that he's been playing, you got to hold on to that. Coach of the year, I know that Missoula don't care about that. We'll get into that in a little bit. But the job that he and his coaching staff with my brother Sam Cassell and the rest of the crew have done is nothing short of phenomenal. I can't rule that out, even though Mitch Johnson does need to be mentioned more, and he has done a hell of a job. That is not Greg Popovich coaching on the San Antonio Spurs sideline, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mitch Johnson. He's doing a hell of a job, and he deserves strong consideration for Coach of the Year honors. We can't leave out J.B. Bickerstaff and the job that he's done in Detroit. Detroit been the #1 seed practically all season. We just going to ignore what Bickerstaff has done in Detroit? I'm not. So we got, and in the age in 2026, where you got the NFL and you got folks challenging the Rooney Rule, we got 3 black coaches in the NBA that are leading candidates for Coach of the Year honors. So let's take a second to let that marinate. And Mitch Johnson and J.B. Bickerstaff and Joey Mazzulla, et cetera, et cetera. We got to see this stuff. But back to the MVP, SGA, Wemby, I don't know. I got a couple of weeks to decide. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag the way Big Perk has. I'm not doing it.
It feels like SGA has already made his case. Victor Wembanyama, seems to be getting better and better. He had his fastest double-double yesterday. He's doing it in record time, albeit against the Bulls. And then he's just
ascending.
Yes, he's ascending, scoring 40-plus points. We didn't see this in the beginning of the season. Well, let's go to what Stephen A. just brought up. Speaking of awards, Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla was asked about his thoughts on potentially winning Coach of the Year last night and had a very interesting response. Listen to this.
I think it's a stupid award. They shouldn't have it. And it's more about the players, and it's more about the work that the staff puts in. And it's just that simple. I really don't ever want to be asked or talked about it again.
He doesn't want to be asked, and he doesn't want to talk about it ever again. But that doesn't mean